Hi, good day, guys. I just want to use today to clarify some few questions some teachers are asking, more specifically those that have applied and are waiting for their interviews. The fact of the matter is, doing the application is one process, getting interviews is another process, and being successful is a thing of its own. Now, after the application is being done, the rest, let me say, is not in your strength anymore. One, you keep on praying and then you leave the rest to God. The most important thing to do physically or by your own self is that you keep your data on. Try to check usually your emails and then your WhatsApp messages, because some of the agencies deal with WhatsApp messages. Most of them deals with email. Even those that deal with WhatsApp messages, they still resort to the emails as well. So you keep checking them. When you are fortunate and one day you check and there is an alert of an invitation to an interview, you are good to go. But in as much as you are checking and the time is not due, keep preparing. Preparation is key. The fact of the matter is, you may do your application this year, but you may not even get interviewed this year. I'm not saying that is what is going to happen, but it may happen. You may even get your first interview this year. Some of the agencies do one, some of the agencies do two, the initial interviews. Those that embark on two initial interviews, you may get one initial interview this year, but you may not be fortunate to get the next interview, another initial interview to be shortlisted. When it happens like that, it doesn't mean you didn't pass or something like that. But the fact is, it depends solely on the subject area. And this is why we advise you to cast your net wide, because it depends on the kind of agency and the vacancies they get. So probably you've applied to one agency which this year may be in need of mathematics. You are a biologist teacher. So the likelihood that you go through this year will be very low, very limited. So when you apply to 2, 3 or more agencies, then your scope becomes very wide, and the possibility of you getting the opportunity to be part also opens up. So that is one aspect of it. But you should, you should be that you should have the zeal that irrespective of how it tallies, the teaching route is one of the road probably you may use to travel. When it happens like that, you are good to go. You shouldn't be heartbroken so early. People are worried. They've seen that initial interviews are ongoing and they've not been given the opportunity, to be interviewed. Yes, it's really painful. I can see your desires. I can see that some people, the libido has risen very high. But the fact of the matter is, it depends on the agencies. Yes, what they want to do, what they wish to do, and how they are going by their things. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Just one day, you have that message, and as you've prepared already, you respond positively to your interview questions, and you will be shortlisted finally. Sometimes, even after being shortlisted, you may not be fortunate to get a principal interview. Principal interview is basically interview with the school or the district. That is the final interview, which gives you the letter of intent, or it gives you the job offer. So let's hope for the best as if we are done or we finished with our application. Since we are done with the application, let's continue praying. If you did school application as well, let's continue working on all aspects of the game. But in as much as there are so many ways you doing, do not forget any of them. Which of them that comes and you are good, or you have the strength to embark on it, boom, you are good to go. So I just came to set this as an encouragement that if you have not gotten your interview yet, it is not late. And note this: someone can get an interview, initial interview, the first one, even in February, and will get the same February, will get a second interview, and probably will get the principal interview in the same February. So these people, how they do their things, it depends on the subject area, how urgent they need it. Yeah, so let's keep on praying, and with God, all things are possible. Meet you again. This is Picture.